Good morning, Sunny. Good morning, Otis. Welcome along to another edition of Adventures with Otis and Sunny. And this morning we're here at the Usk, which is Caerleon, the southeast corner of Wales. And there's Caerleon Bridge leading over River Usk to Newport. Okay, Otis, Sunny, you ready for a little adventure around Caerleon and Fort Usk? Well, we're starting the walk this morning at the Hanbury Arms. We've actually walked a mile already from the other side of Newport to here, and we're now going to venture across the main road of Caerleon, which comes over from the bridge. Yeah, we'll tour around from the Hanbury Arms, which is where we are now, and return here. Complete circle. Okay, you two just wait there. Okay, let's go. Come on, quick. And I think we'll head over this way and have a look at the signpost first. Well, we've got plenty of choices. We've got the Quay and the Fortress Wall, the Tourist Information Centre, the Roman Leadery and the Heritage Trail. Not forgetting the direction we're going, which is the Amphitheatre. So we're going to do the Heritage Trail in reverse. So this path will lead us around the Fortress Wall and over to the Amphitheatre, and eventually over to the Roman Museum. Now in this field there are plenty of wooden carvings, which are all sculpted by Chris Wood, and he uses various chainsaws to make his pieces. And these are sculptured that live in Caerleon and were born in the Caerleon Festival many years ago. Fantastic, look at these. Absolutely wonderful. If you want a bit more information on them, have a look at www.woodartworks.co.uk or www.caerleon-arts.org. There we go. Even the seats are sculptured by him. Absolutely phenomenal. And here comes the first plaque of the day. Well, the Silures were a tribe skilled at resisting the advance of the Roman Empire. They'd already defeated a legion in battle in AD 52. And the same legion, the 2nd Augustus, invaded the Silurian tribal land in AD 75. Building a fort here, deep inside enemy territory, was their mission: conquest. Rome was Europe's only superpower. It had the strength and resources to pull off such risky strategy. But the fort had to be built rapidly. The original defences were constructed out of turf, earth ditches and banks made of wooden parapet and towers. By the early 2nd century, the mission was complete when the turf and timber was replaced by stone walls, which you've just walked alongside. And the fort had changed from a campaign HQ on the front line into a permanent garrison for the legionary and strategic base from which units could be sent to war all around Britain and overseas. Great picture there, don't know what it looked like back in AD 25. And just around the corner here we got the Amphitheatre. I just spotted it through the gap. It was built around about AD 90 to entertain legionaries stationed at the fort of Caerleon. I was going to say Fort of Usk, which is what it was then. Hold on there, Sunny, Otis. Just going to peer over the hedge so we can have a look. Pets aren't allowed in the cinema, in the Amphitheatre, which was actually the Roman equivalent of today's multiplex cinema. Wooden benches provide seating up to 6,000 people, and will gather to watch bloodthirsty displays of gladiatorial combat and exotic wild animals. Well, there we go. And here we have the remains of the finest Roman barrack building in Europe. The block housed a century of 80 men. Larger rooms in the foreground were for the centurion. Legionaries shared the quarters, 8 men to a room. Absolutely phenomenal. This is where the guys lived way back when the Romans ruled the empire. I think it's great the way it's been excavated and preserved. Okay, Otis is sunny. Let's head up to the northern end and go and see the Lavy. Just on the left here would have been the main entrance to the Roman barracks. And that would have been their welly room where they took off their wellies, I guess, and their boots. I think it's phenomenal though. Look at the stonework here. Going way back to the 20th, 30th, wow, century. Absolutely amazing. There we go, and just up ahead, you see all the drainage. All the drainage ditches here were from the spa and the lavy that they had. Absolutely fantastic. And just here, it's a fantastic sign showing the centurion on the Carsey. The public convenience. The Romans were experts in public sanitation. Absolutely fantastic. These were state-of-the-art flush toilets. Not Shanks or anything, but or Armitage, but Centurion. Now I think this will lead us up to Coldbath Road, and we'll follow that down towards the Goldcroft, which is the Goldcroft Common, where they hold the May Fair. So you may have come across that if you're in the area. Every year, the May Fair. They fill the common with rides and hook a fish. And hook a duck and win a fish, isn't it? Something like that. Okay, and just over the road here is the Rugby Football Club for Caerleon. Caerleon RFC. Let's see if I can zoom in. Just wait there, Otis. There we go. And also the cricket pavilion is here as well, just over the way. Fantastic. Okay, well, we're going to head down Coldbath Road and head towards the Goldcroft Common. Okay, this way. I spy a water bowl for dogs. Oh, it's an empty one. Never mind. We'll find another one soon. This is the end of Coldbath Road. We're going to cross over now over to the Common. There you go, Goldcroft Common. And this area is where they hold the fair at Maytime. I think I've already said that, haven't I? There we go. And there used to be a few pubs along here. The Goldcroft at one end and a couple at the other end. I think this is now a fish and chip shop or a cafe, and I'm not quite sure about the other end, but we're going to go straight across here and head over to the town hall, I guess. There's not a lot of information on the town hall. It was built in the 1800s, that's all I know, and it's also where we met up in the 1980s for our AGM for the Newport Cycle Club, called the Newport Phoenix. Wait there, Otis. Okay, let's go. And there's the town hall, or village hall as it was originally. And on the side there I spot a map of Caerleon. Let's have a little look. This way, guys. There we go, and you can see where we started at the Hanbury Arms. Followed the wall right the way around, and past the Amphitheatre, and then over to the Barracks, and we're now going to follow it along. Where are we? There we are. We're at the town hall, and then we're going to follow it right the way back to where we started at the Hanbury Arms. Okay, Otis, Sunny. Let's go. Oh, what I like about the front of here is they've added some centurions in mosaic form. Absolutely fantastic. And just around the corner we got St Cadoc's Church, which was dedicated to a 6th century saint, and originally it's thought that a wooden church was built here back before the Norman conquest. The Norman church was rebuilt here several times during the 12th century. The arches still stand inside. And here's the restoration plaque from the 1919. Okay, not quite sure if we can go inside, Otis and Sonny, but we can head on over and have a look, see if we can. What I do know is that the church was extensively rebuilt in the 1860s and 9 windows installed which tell the gospel story in sequence to commemorate Charles Williams 1633 to 1720. Left £3,000 in his will for the church's repair. And right up in the tower there, the church houses 8 bells covering all the octaves. Absolutely fantastic, and it plays on the hour. Right, you two wait here. Be back in a minute. Well, I think it's open. We can have a little sneaky peek. Wow, there we go. The solid oak door. Please close the door. Oh, there's an internal glass door as well. There you go. Wow. Oh. Dear, spotted sign saying no photography. Okay, right, we better go out while we can. Okay, you two. You've been good? Come on, let's carry on our tour of Caerleon. And we're now in the Bull car park, which is the oldest pub in Caerleon, and that's the accommodation block. But up ahead we got the Roman baths, and life was hard for a Roman leader in the 1st century when he was cooped up in his barracks all day, being barked at by a centurion. He was out taking risks in his life in skirmishes and ancient Britons attacking him. But here in Usk, one of the 3 permanent legion fortresses in Britain, there was compensations. He was hanging with his friends in the fortress baths right here. And if you want to visit, you can see the prices there, and the pool originally held 80,000 gallons of water. There we go. Okay, you two, come on, let's head past the old Bull pub, and yeah, head over to the Hanbury Arms then, and have a beer and a drink of water. And en route, I think we'll pass by the Forum, yeah, and the Catholic Church. I think that's about all. Oh, and there's the wall, the Minith wall. We'll have a look at that on the way. Yeah, and this is the back of the old Bull pub. There we go. And directly opposite we've got the Priory, which was founded in the 1180 by the Welsh Prince, and it was a Cistercian monastery. Grade 2 listed building now, rich in history, linked to the Llantarnam Abbey. Fantastic. It was notably owned by the Morgan family of Tredegar House. And here's the old Bull Inn, which was built in the 16th century, way back in the medieval period. And it's the remains of a Roman building that was formerly stood on the site. The engraved head produced through the plastering in the upstairs room. It's likely to be a reworked art of Roman masonry. There we go. The Old Bull Inn. And we're now at Cross Street, where I think we'll cross over Cross Street where we'll get a good view of the main centre hub of Caerleon.
Feeling bolder. Going out, going all the way. Going high, 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 high. Going out, going all the way. Going high, high, high. Going all the way, going up. Going all the way, going up. Going all the way, going high, high. Break the mold, then press repeat. Get 'em up on the edge of their seats. Set your aim a little higher. We're gonna go there. Going out, going all the way. Going high, 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 high. Going out, going all the way. Going high, high, high. Going all the way, going up. Going all the way, going up. Going all the way, going high, high, high. We've been waiting for so long. We've been waiting for this time to begin. We ain't getting any older. I kinda feel a little younger. Going up, going out, going all the way. Going high, 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 high. Going up, going out, going all the way. Going high, high, high. Going all the way, going up. Going all the way, going up. Going all the way, going high, high.
It's lovely to see the castle walls still preserved. You can't actually go into the castle anymore because it's all privately owned. There we go. And just up ahead of us we've got the new Catholic church. Originally St Cadix was the Catholic Church of Caerleon, but unfortunately Henry VIII changed all that and he created the Church of Wales and the Church of England in the faith of the Protestants. There we go. And that's the Catholic Church, Roman Catholic Church of Caerleon, St Julius, Aaron and David, that little chapel over there. There we go. Right, anyway, we're going to sign off very soon. We're going to head over the road here to the Hanbury Arms for some well-deserved refreshments. Okay, Otis, come on, we'll cross here after this car. It's all clear. This way, across, good boy. Good girl, Sonny. Was going to go up to the pedestrian crossing, but then noticed a big gap in the traffic. We're back here at the Hanbury Arms. I don't know if you've enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. Lovely to hear from you as well, so leave some comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We really look forward to hear from you. And yeah, the more the merrier on board. And just over there we got the priest's house from the Roman Catholic Church. And you can see the walls of the castle, which go right the way around the castle grounds. And if I zoom in, you might be able to see one of the gateways to the castle. Fantastic. All privately owned now, unfortunately. Okay, with this, Sonny, come on, let's go and get a well-deserved drink of water and maybe a Guinness. Well, so that's it. Bye from me. Cheerio from Sunny. And a cheerio from Otis as well. See you next time.